Hi everyone, welcome back to Big O in the kitchen here at Big OGGIE World. Today I am going to make you a fantastic and very simple slow cooker vegetable soup. Kelly's not here at the moment, so I'm doing it for tea. Now, all the ingredients will be listed below as usual, so for measurements etc. follow that. A little bit of oil in your pan, just a little bit. Now, we're going to start off with couple of onions, finely chopped, pretty finely chopped. 1 stick of celery, which I'm going to cut large because Kelly doesn't like celery and therefore she will probably take it out when she's eating it, but cut yours smaller if you wish. And 2 or 3 carrots. I've cut these into about 1 centimetre rings. These are the lovely long carrots, but obviously use whatever carrots you've got. But make them around about a 1 centimetre dice. Now, this, we're just going to coat this in the oil a bit. I'm going to fry these down for about 4 or 5 minutes just to soften them a little. And whilst that's happening, we're going to put the slow cooker on. Okay, so pop back in a second. Okay, so these are softening nicely now. Now, it is a kind of an optional thing really to fry off your veg because you don't really need to. But I just think it helps kickstart the slow cooking process and also gets the heat involved into your veg before it goes into the slow cooker. So we've been preheating the slow cooker on high. You can do it on low as well. You'll take the lid off, get all this in. There we go. I'll just turn this off a second and we'll get on with the rest of the veg. Put the lid back on, keep the heat in. Now, because this is a soup, we're going to add some stock. So we're going to put in 600 ml of vegetable stock. I'm using bouillon powder, but if you're using stock cubes, at least two cubes, okay, for the 600 ml. You want it to be a little bit stronger than normal. So 600 ml of water and with the stock, okay, there we go. So it's just water and stock cubes. May put a little bit more in that and just get those little bits of stock out because we've missed a little bit, all flavour. There we go. So, in there so far you have the 600 ml of stock, and you have your carrots, onions and celery. Just to one side. Now we're going to add the rest of the veg. About half a small swede. Again, cut into cubes about 1 centimetre. Pop that in. Now I'm just going to drain my potatoes. About 3 medium-sized potatoes. I cut them earlier into inch-sized pieces, but I cut them in water to stop them from going brown. Okay, so drain those off. So these are in larger pieces because obviously the smaller pieces take longer because they're more dense, I guess, with the swede, etc. and carrot, but this won't take as long. So these are larger. Again, pop that in, and that's all your veg done. Now we're going to need a little bit of, take this off for a second, a little bit of salt. Obviously we'll check it later for proper seasoning because it depends how salty your stock cubes are. A little bit of pepper. To that we're going to add some mixed herbs. About a teaspoon, but a little bit less if you need. So we're probably going to go a little bit less. Again, Kelly's not massively into herbs, so we're going to cut that back a little bit. There we go. Perfect. And lastly, just a little bit of turmeric. Turmeric's fantastic. Oh so good for you spice. About 1/8 of a teaspoon, okay? There we go. It'll just add a little depth of colour. And just add to that flavour. Whoop, so, we're all done. Give this a stir. Just try and get some of that veg and all those spices and herbs amalgamated. There we go. Obviously it doesn't have to cover all the veg because quite frankly it's not going to lose any liquid in the slow cooker and it'll kind of steam everything anyway. So there we go, that's all in. And obviously as some of the bread starts to break down, it'll get smaller. So, put the lid on, clear this away, and we're going to tell you how long you need to set your slow cooker for. Won't be a sec. Okay, so you have a choice now with your slow cooker. You can set it on low and cook it for between 5 and 7 hours. Let's say 6, but between 5 and 7, keep a check on it. Or you can go high for about 3 to 4. Okay? Now, near the end, we'll be doing something else, just to finish off a little bit. But I'll come back to that later, when Kelly's home. See you in a few hours, everybody. Hi, darling. Whoa, that's a bit steamy.
It
so,
is.
there's the soup that I created earlier with the slow cooker.
Smells lush.
It smells good, but there is a little trick we have to do now.
Right.
So,
we need to take out about 3 ladlefuls of this.
Of the veg itself, because it's basically all veg.
1, 2,
Okay.
3.
Yep. Okay.
Right, and then you take a stick blender.
Yep.
And you blend this.
So you blend this bit into a puree.
Yeah. Ready? It's going to make a noise.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. So that actually, to me, looks like a soup. Okay.
It's quite thick now.
Yeah, but it's a thick soup. Yep.
So
the idea now, yep, is you pop that into that, I guess.
Yep. You get a spoon.
A spoon. Yep.
That goes back in there.
Okay. So now the idea is this will thicken the juice or the watery kind of stock that was already in there, but won't be as thick as that we just blended. And now that will also then combine with the larger vegetables, so you've got a different, well, texture, I guess.
So you've not used any thickening agent. All
No.
you've used is your potatoes and vegetables that are already in your soup. So you've got a nice chunky soup still with chunky vegetables, but it's got a thicker consistency.
Yeah, but it's also a slightly loose consistency. It's not watery now.
So if by any chance because obviously this is going to depend now on the size of your potatoes.
Yeah, because potatoes are thick and everything.
It's the potatoes, realistically. So if you have 3 ladlefuls of vegetables with a lot of potato in it, it's going to be a lot thicker than what we've just done, because obviously our potatoes weren't that big.
No.
Okay. If you then blend it and your soup is too thick, you can then just add a little bit of water or a little bit more stock, or randomly milk.
Yeah, but that of course then won't be vegetarian, I guess.
No.
Milk. But there's a possibility up to 100 ml, I think.
But you don't need to add dairy milk. You could add oat milk or whatever. You could add a milk alternative to it.
As well.
So you could do that to loosen it up if it's too thick.
Just to loosen it for what you would like it as a consistency.
Now what we are going to do...
We're going to leave it, aren't we?
What we're going to do, just because we're going to be a bit fancy, is I'm going to dish this into dishes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to put just a little swirl of cream on the top to make it nice and creamy.
You've got nice hair.
Okay.
Yeah, lovely.
So that's what we're doing with ours. So I hope you all enjoyed that recipe that John did. I'm going to enjoy eating it because it always tastes better when somebody else makes something for you.
Absolutely it does.
And I'll see you all again later. Bye for now.
Bye everybody.
Bye.